So Monday Night Raw was a really good show tonight. So if you like and subscribe tonight's Monday Night Raw of this channel. So if you want to subscribe in this channel, the notifications below, and so here's my new channel at the top below. If you want to search out my new channel at the top below, and so much more. So let's get a breakdown of tonight's Raw. So I just like that a part of the segments and the rivalries, all enemies out there. So this was a part of this segment was good. A was good of this promo segment was really good tonight. So it's going live right here tonight on Raw. So speaking of Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker and Boston Reed and Paul Heyman and kick off Raw tonight. So I get with Seth Rollins in his skill and name facets of the Paul Heyman guys. I get with Boston Reed and Braun Breaker kick off tonight. So I get with this pummel work from the related to the set to this day's video masses. I get with Sami Zayn and say also about Rollins yield his mic time to his ORA COE spell. I get with Paul Heyman to this was promise that this was Apollo was striking me. So Jesse was striking back against his enemies. Jesse was to beginning and tonight and ending on Saturday. After win the undefeated every night until Sunday night main event. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. So I just said the topic was a pretty standard, straightforward, and one that this was induced tonight. After those matches gave Braun Breaker and Boston Reed my time. I didn't punch the scenes was after the return of Roman Reigns to a one tease in a prominent interest from Paul Heyman, and this was fine for what it was as a table saddle. I just said a critical expression on Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman if faces during Braun Breaker's promo. I think it would be just ending MES before the end of the night. I think we're between Seth Rollins and wasn't it extending his hand for the mic as a start. I think of the announcement to Paul Heyman, the vice man. He wasn't claiming the OTC will not step up to his facets. I think it is clear that Roman Reigns is on his way back, possibly in time for SummerSlam in a date. So in next match, we got Kairi Sane goes one-on-one against Roxanne Perez. I think we have a backstage in the Summit Day Clubhouse. I think we just revealed it Roxanne Perez revealed a mention to Liv Morgan to Anya with Raquel Rodriguez, whom we repair near sees alive and elsewhere. Anya with Diamond Mysterio found a cake from AJ Styles. Anya who This was Helios that popped up from the corner. This was returning. He has his eyes on him, on the intercolor Sabian. So I let you be a cake. I get into the back, went into the ring, and was supposed to slot to between her weaving ways improve her value. This was to the summit day by the very women's who entered up Lee Morgan and Carrie Zane. Agent with Boston Perez body target an arm of her opponent. This was looking to take away in dangerous, spotting back fist every time. I just said support passes means so a comeback. I just said personally went right back to that instant lamb. I just when Kyrie St. Bill money late into the match it proved to be too much for her. I just her opponent the 2017 Mae Young Classic winner. I just overcame a champ in influence from Michael Vegas ripping her out at the ringside and paying Watson Perez souls to send the match with a backside for the win. So opposite adjunct Cinema's Asuka made the save during a 2-on-1 beatdown. She was scoring Kairi Sane and standing tall to close out the assessment. And in with that, we luckily have the sword and final sizing team for women's television. And you said retain Cobra Royals, Solid Flair, and Lizard Bliss, and has NXT, Soroka, and Salia, and Sassy Watson Perez, and Raquel Vegas. And it just makes sense in that the tournaments possibly will only make the match better. I also have for this match this was surprising good base, also the talent involved. I think with Watson Perez, this eating over lose was probably not necessary, but it set up the post match event so it is forgettable. And the winner of this match, Kairi Sane. I think with Watson Perez is already one of the best top wrestlers in the main roster of women's top division. Also has advised by the extreme of her matches against top superstars of all stars, size, and backgrounds. And this is the most over Kairi Sane has been when in attendance. Anya since her return proved that Anya see keeping her on TV and message up for it is working. And this is a argument to be made that Kairi Sane versus Watson Perez was the second match for women's television based on the idea of supposedly putting herself against the women's that her Liv Morgan, and instead when we get the tag match and was it at unless gets more talented on the women's television show. So speaking of Sami Zayn, a full slate, a new sponsors for the tag team gold and WWE Hall of Famer, Nikki Bella is back. I get with backstage with Saki Raymond caught up with Sami Zayn, who this was a minute that after his play is to for to life is too busy to be worried about Cannon Cross. Agent entered the web instantly. He dealt him a week ago and joined the IRE was Scarlet Patrol. Agent who looked none too pleased about her man brain plus inside of him. Agent of Uswell 99 in secret bottles was confused, asked Alan Pales about Agent's return of a Grande cameo on tonight's show. Agent from Jail 99 expressed her desire to be in the bottle at Raymond's elevation in the wall dismissal. Alan Pales wanted that risk. Agent with Oscar and Carrie Singh was in Alan Pales' office. This was sung as the return of the Corbett Warriors at Women's Television has state signs for the women's tag team titles, and a special announcement is set up by the assignment that pleaded. Agent of WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella will be in the WWE Women's Television Battle this Sunday. She said, Agent Friday, Nikki Bella cut a promo. This was about the independence of women's television and event. Agent see in headline back as on event back in 2019. Agent announced her entirely into the bottle for a title shot at either the Women's World Championship or WWE Women's Championship at Clash in Paris. Agent set a mind and into commercial break. Agent will promote for the New Day. Their tag team titles lose from last week was born it. Agent, I wasn't the Nikki Bella's promo yet. Agent because she believes the awards that she is saying, but the journey comes across to something that has always puzzled her. Agent her a performance on the mic. With that said, Agent accept her to be one of the favorites to win that bottle on this Sunday. In next match, we got Sami Zayn goes 1-on-1 against Braun Breaker. Alistair has for Sami Zayn made his way to the ring and Cannon Cross attack. He was leaving him beating a bottle mass in the way after this deposit. Agent from Medicals and Walk against the Minister Adam Pales. Agent Sami Zayn was refused to master a match and made his way to Boston down to the ring. In his ribs, Cody has broken. Agent it did not BODE has built. Agent will for him has he squatted off with the installable force that in his bomb breaker who pulled pre in. This was a toy with his playing audio. Agent in expensive clothesline from Sami Zayn into a big reactions into the attackable before the badass and loaded with his silver spear around the ring and then added all inside the squad circle was in the win. I think this was a great example of how to add this heat to Cannon Cross. Anybody set away every sneak attack to pause it. I just said the crowd very loud and clear the soul to see more of him. And Bill This was sentence for the gusty babyface who refused to cope. So after he was in Sami Zayn for that one. So Sami Zayn is spread to him to then after his body is suffering and is causing him a victorious after Wilson just open issues with Kevin Cross. I just think rivalry with Seth Rollins and Cole, and I get his resort to be the Serbian. This was normally forcing him to do like he was to just point and giving him into the dark side. I think it is Sir Christian having over Sami Zayn's story for the better part of the last 6 months. And the winner of this match is Braun Breaker. I think with no one shows up just my babyface for in wrestling today. This is what like Sami Zayn is timing is possible, which I think just a pop to the crowd at personally. I just at a right time. I think DITTO the spirit Braun Breaker is understating the way to Cook his positive entirely. I think most like Bret and him and Hart aggressive before him. This is what no one takes a boot. This was believable since you had been kicking Sami Zayn. So speaking of the Gimli's promo, she said, I get ahead of women's television in the undefeating of her women's intercultural championship against Bayley and Latifakia in a triple threat match. I get with Becky Lynch took to set the squad circle and took the sponsor to that ideal. I get both silences to interrupt and so all in wasted little time taking shots at each all. This was a gag on by the man, and life I could promise to end above it takes the IC title a while. And to will barely express her need for the gold. I knew we got a preview of women's television this Sunday. I did a ball out in motherfucking lead out above her former partners. So it was a former partners standing tall, and this was a surprising moment. I did ahead of Sunday's match. I think that contest is going to be one of the best of the title women's television card, which is not the best. With that said, I think always did a line or two. Just did nothing to advise, destroy, and nothing to respect it what we already know. Knew. Motherfucker giving the spotlight at the end. Adjustment seat is the most lucky to eat the painful. Was the right call to keeping her at the front and not letting her slink into the background will be key coming out of the event. So I have to rescue the title from the two massive departments. But if I could say a Bayley in making Lance a bowl of room, this must had let her down, has people and friends upon us and mentors. And you raised her hand like a little, and baby said, this was like it, and just a stupid reason of her lose to big limits at money in the bank. And next match, say also goes 1-on-1 against Big Boston Lead. So, also being, say also was not something of Boston Lead was, this was interested in Monday night. Andrew instead a heavyweight. Andrew say also bringing in athletic match to the Sunday in by realizing in still and his opponent, drawing a D at against his match. So I was an adjunct to a bill, possibly said a former world champion in Majapur into mommies and leaving him in need a instance to set the back. Jesse was gonna make an impact, and Jesse was in all instance of the heel classes. Jesse was the admitted knight that started with rules of wanting and has seen them make a good on it. Actually, with Barnbaker put Sami out, and say also could not leave under his own. I just said his all rolling, it has struggling, has the all heel the fans. I just with only Tony it has long, it has the is in because that there's a babyface wings in the wings way to top them entirely. I just will see a Punk and Roman Reigns figured to beat them, and but this is a prime opportunity. This was to create a new top star or at a last new main event. Hopefully Triple H and his team size has much. And the winner of this match, say also won the match. This was interesting note from Michael Cole. Arguing on commentary, Boston Reed has never been in a match, where also in which he has won that did not a slight scenes here. This was losing the world title did nothing to her, say also who is still creating manga star and someone that crowd friends has such. So William Maple goes 1-on-1 against AR Sky and Hype in Dragon League against Atlanta and Cameo. I think it took over 90 minutes. But we finally got our first Hype was the flagship main event of Women's Division on Sunday night. And William Maple goes 1-on-1 against AR Sky was the Women's World Championship, including the champion. This was a imposing record against Mommy to this point in the WWE longest one. So obviously a Johnson produced a figure package. So who will walk out of Women's Anniversary this Sunday has Women's World Series when AR Sky undefeated against Rhea Ripley. After back inside Elliott has Michael Cole and Corey Graves. Jesse was warning about his Tony Aguirre cameo has returned to the squad circle for a match with Dragon Lee. After a so back and forth match, must join a underbite commentary team and is focused on destiny. Also, the top start the Spangled Hill late into the match. Dragon Lee announced himself also acceptable at a Grande cameo appeared to have Minnesota on his side. I think that is into cameo on his mask up and leave his opponent with a headbutt to score to the win. I think this in case of upset a heel courtly. This was Limit Castle under the mask. I think it would take us some time to get news to end that. I think his style does not limit mask with has a residual. I just a way to give it with that said. I just a comic value as a uptight bad guy formally playing. This was point around in a mask, maybe even hollow than that of Gable. In the winner of this match, a Grande of cameo. After cameo, Sony's biggest splash with Simon, this is quite funny. Why is it Dragon Lee on TV every week? Having great matches against this talented of Roscoe. I think. And speaking of Big Gobble to interrupt to Gunter, he said, and days before he on the very support heavyweight servicing against Big Gobble and Gunter to the squad circuit to address the WWE Hall of Famer. After his power was short-lived, this was to his retiring and great to interrupt. He was driving a sports car into the parking lot. This was sliding into an area. I had goosebumps right here. I had goosebumps for Big Gobble. So, I think coming in face to face with the ring Garcia, he knocks a microphone from his hand and then knock him out just in the mat. This was late, so WCW Icon set up for a spill, and but Gunter bailed out onto the ring and to the scrawny onto the floor. He was left to watch. After in this beef has the man still tall. And this was a short, sweet, just to the point, and did nothing to win the AURA of English of Big Gobble last match. So that regard, this was a hate of sources. So, I wasn't even with a final match in the longest career of one of the most this was so like that, guys. This was Gospel Stars of the Monday Night Wars. And so it felt like a bigger deal, and then it does. I just said a crowd is going to be red hot in winter, and they both set the wolf off here in and it isn't Big Gobble's hometown. And going to meet very well on local status come to us on Sunday night main event. So here's the main event. So that Penta goes one-on-one against Seth Rollins. And for the first time ever, St. Lawrence and Patriots score off has against East Oval having a slam pack after a ball. And in just the competitive match results that firstly in 0 and got move for move. It's going to force and force of dinosaurs along the way late. And in the match, Patriot will boarding missile of a Mexican destroyer that came from out of nowhere and to stun his opponent in real time most defining not a cutting head but just a near race through. And yet a stunning painter it allowed Savanas to deliver a stomp towards the win. And after we saw it tonight, we saw every night, yeah. After the match, Paul Heyman called for Von Bagel and Boston Reed only for every night to come out of nowhere and give Bonnet force. This was to Savanas leaving, supposedly laying ahead of the match at Sunday night main event. And just a match was supposedly strong, even with the finish left pending to be the soul as the crowd was red hot. So I'm in date with right there along with the attack wrestler who took them on a roller coaster ride and monsters. Yes, it was covering down. It's a hill, a snazing victory on the source of undefeating. So I did with every night look like a massive top star right now has she stole and made something for the fans to celebrate his attack on Wallace. He will be giving his such in this weekend how he is booked coming out after the show will prove whether it was for the nut. In the winner of this match, Seth Rollins won the match. And just a possibility us in the match was the party into was a cross of Seth Rollins' back is a cut above his eye. And it most like the Aubrey Southman Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman was the sponsor with the top star here. And just a comment in this being they was when Painter kick out and a false brass. And it went a long way in hoping to put on his toughness as Stressor has a main event star. And just a bucket bomb from Savanas. This was ready into significant destroyed by Painter with a fasted Johnson spot. Yes, it was overgrade. And yes, it should have been 2 consecutive goals heading into this so promote a Sunday night main event and hype to head out of women's division to the second all women's player live event in the company history. And it did things possibly well. Also, Heskett has said the soap was and felt mostly to make it up those souls for like. And just following instead it played a long game with the balls hit fastest. This was point on overpricing it with the event. And it was a number of South Mid-Atlantic group put on over the course of 2.5 hours. Women's animation was treated like was an actor died and that it has been with Ripley versus Aya Sky, playing inflated Packers. I think in one of the chances played to all rivalries that will be counted onto the show. I just set was an every night match on Sunday night main event to benefit from the closing segment of the show, but not enough to give this show this grade that on the surface it always on. So we have a grade C plus mostly for all the positive outside the SCB port built to this weekend and two big shows. So this was a good match of tonight's Raw. So if you like Monday Raw, like and subscribe on my channel. Give me thumbs up for this. Like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So let's go my YouTube community poll also at night. So if you like Raw tonight, please give me a thumbs up for that. So give me 1 minute here. So let's go my YouTube community poll. So we got 50% liked it of Raw tonight. 2% is right and 50% didn't like it. Ouch. So let's go my X poll. So we got 50% like this show tonight on Monday Night Raw. 50% is right and 2% didn't like it. So this was not too bad on this show tonight of Raw. It's not too bad anyway. So let me see. So I think between tonight's, so we have 5 more sleeps. Is it bottoms lights out? Is it music plays? If everybody says every night, yeah. This is what he said. I just said the show was ended. So maybe in pocket and full promo on Raw tonight. Also like just promo segment. This is my favorite moment I ever seen before. Is it Rollins goes low on Penta down of tonight's. After with Ken and Cross, we want Cross Sands to break out. After this interview with Zachy Raymond of tonight's Raw. So I was thinking about so Paul Heyman was to announce on Raw. Paul Heyman is now currently known as the ORACLE. This is coming out very soon. That's what he said on this announcement. So if Braun Breaker was crying out, that's what he said. So second women, you're not slack. Scarlett, just interviewed with Scarlett Bordeaux when they got the backstage. I think Carl is thinking for the guy that hangs out with little girls having his age. I think. So, what you guys think of your guys on this announcement tonight on Raw? So So my favorite assessment in this part of my thought and my predictions. So my favorite part of the assessment it was like of King Cross. It's me sing attack on the same thing. So this was a good thing to have, I think. So after we saw Ace Styles at backstage, he would keep an eye out on Dominic Mysterio's cake. And Dominic Mysterio said, I got a note for Doctor's note, so you can't trust me. That's what Dominic said to Ace Styles. So even if Dominic has a Doctor note, it says, you can't trust me. Yes, Styles at Sneak like you. This was holiest segment of this part of Dominic Mysterio and Styles. This feud is all. This was holiest segment I've seen. So I was thinking about we could have more matches for Raw, like 7 or 8 matches I think. So we could put just matches like. So Triple H was really good booking these matches. And this does not make any sense to have, I think. So let us know what you thought about this part of this assessment. So we got new teaser on for WWE for Bacon Linux. Or April now. So Elizabeth Bliss explains so that this was posted behind her by Wyatt tributes. How do we, respect for William Witanda was it keeps his memory alive without you. No, I'm making it the tribute, making it more like this is Alexa now, and this is part of her past that always going. So going to be with her. So this was a good memory of William Witanda has Bray Wyatt. So Bray Wyatt is my favorite legendary for all time. Like 230 years, like 2015, 2016, 2017. And he has been gone for about, he passed away since like last year or two. So he's my favorite legendary of all times. So after we saw every night and gets a song on Seth Rollins and tuned in. So speaking of Rey Mysterio was way to his debut with WWE without his mask. However, Vince McMahon wanted him to wear it of WrestleNomics.com. So, do you think Rey Mysterio could out the mask? He might keep his mask on. So, what you thoughts about this? So, this was a good on this part of the assessment. So today we have 29 years ago today of Hulk Hogan telling who has at WCW Best into Beats into NWO with fam. Just like I'd say late 90s or two, I think. So I watched that part of I watched streaming on Peacock, and I watched that show of Hulk Hogan. This was almost 29 years ago today. I seen that part, that show last night, like an old classic, WCW days. This is my favorite part of this. So it's been about a long time I watched this show of like WCW. So this was 4 years ago today of Kenny Omega dropped some reality rescue for all of us. It's spoken of evil now. It's Bang KOK Baby. So this was almost 4 years today for AEW. So I knew the most of Southman in WWE history is happening today is 20 years ago. So Undertaker and Muhammad is ASSAN and spelled this was back in 2005. Yeah, this was like 20 years. This is what's crazy, I think. So wrestling, this was the best wrestling history for longest time ever, I think. So are you guys ready for SummerSlam for next month? I am ready for this. So let me see a couple more tweets. Oh yeah, Sasha Green entering this out. It says, Matt Akadjotic gave Sasha a full science of MLW wrestling. I haven't seen that one yet. I think. So let me see a couple more. I haven't watched. So let me see a couple more. So let me see. So AEW All In Texas will be here on Come to Us on Saturday, I think. It might start at 3. I think. So let me see here. AEW All In. What time? So maybe it starts about 3 p.m. It's the time. So let you guys know. You just info my YouTube, like and subscribe this video on my YouTube channel. This break below. The screen is out. So do you want Nikki Bella back or are we good for now? So let us know in your thoughts about Nikki Bella is back or we good. I think. I want to hope Women's Anniversary this Sunday. Here, see if we can get a title shot. That's my opinion. I think it might pre this match. So let me see. So do you think they also might be back to 1-8? So just like he did has a part of the Usos 2 years, I think. He must be all classic say also. He has been about 2 years. So I was thinking about Pedro got Paul Heyman out here and kind of promote in Spanish. As it was on 08 Boston Reed and said Benjamin did this and have learned Spanish. That's what Paul Heyman said. So I didn't what was a horrible idea getting rid of Big E. I hate that guy is a real scumbag. I'm not saying that. It's about the new day. It's a thing. So I like Big E because Big E has a great talented. I don't want to get rid of him. He's a good wrestler. He has done it for back in 2016. All 30 years. So it's like, and this was 2025 today. So do you think when we get Big E back, was it the New Day again? I think. So Sylvanas with his blood on Paige's mask. Okay. This was insane. I think. So thank you for watching my review tonight. So this was 29 years ago of Rey Mysterio versus SIS. WCW Beats into the Beats. July 7th, 1996. Starting today. It's been a long time. I haven't seen that match. It's like, I say, Listen Joel has a good best matches in histories in moments. So what do you take on this fan backlash that's coming back soon? So we got SummerSlam is coming back and it's starting next month. So I'm glad to see that coming. So we got a newest top star, his teammate Superstar C8 is making her return to Body of Wrestling this Saturday on July 12th of Booker T school, Body of Wrestling school of the legendary of Booker T. Booker T has a good wrestling Body of Wrestling school, and he owns it, I think. So let me see a couple more here. So Kenny Cross wants to see some Moxley make a return to WWE so they can have all a match. Do you think? So let us know in your thoughts about some Moxley could return to the other match with Killer Kross. That's all I want to see, that match. So Kenny Kross wants to see Samasi make a return to WWE, so they can have other match. I think his contract is up soon to end his debut on Raw. I think. Yes, on Raw or not, I think. So I just asked Barnes and Barnes Bagel how proud he is of him asking if he's okay, and also we were thinking in on Paul. Yeah, I say Paul Heyman. He says a good deal. I think. So I haven't watched any of wrestling shows. I haven't watched. So I've seen on YouTube channel I watched HOC Wrestling. I've seen that part of it, I think. It's on YouTube channel. I've seen that a couple of times. So what do you think about surgery to keep Brock Lesnar off TV? Is it illegal drama clears, or do you want to see him back regardless? So what do you guys think of your thoughts? My live superset below. So Tyler Bate has pointed in this update on his status on his Instagram saying that he's not answered and says waiting for months. So Tyler Bate will be back in time for Raw. I think. So this was about 1 year ago on Raw, and Dominic tries to get his vest back from Liv Morgan. I think. So Anya with Paul Heyman said to paint it in Spanish tonight. Well, your last night, you son. This way, but Pages get up Paul Heyman to a wise man. I think, he said. So this was 4 years ago today on Will Wenzel, America Black made his big surprise of AEW debut attacking of Cody Rhodes in Arn Anderson. This was almost 4 years ago today. This was crazy. Oh yeah, speaking of this, I knew on this day 35 years ago, Sting, on the ring with Flair as a great American Bass to win the NWA World Heavyweight title for the first time. So that's crazy, I think. 35 plus years. It's been a long time. And they're now of Hall of Fame. Hall of Famers of Legendary right now. So let me see. I I haven't seen, so do you think Matt Hardy could be 2K25 this game, I think, for next pack? Or is it Hardy, I think? So, let me see. So, Andrew Raven's support Ravens is Ravens week after all. Scotty Badrow turned this out. So, let me see. I watched Stewie McMahon's story. I haven't seen that match just yet. So, here's it apply at 6. Be here on this Friday. Night SmackDown. I think. Could be, I think. I haven't heard anything just yet. So let me see. Oh yeah, this is a funny sky. This is my basic OBINEN the spell. So WWE has such positive pace and instantly the format of full from SummerSlam 2014. So do you think instantly and Pace has a tag team again this year? I think for SummerSlam or probably the Sunday for Women's Elevation has a tag team. So I want to see if Lee might come back. I think. Just said. So Saturday needs Raw or SmackDown was a SmackDown back. So who are you voting for with Team Raw or Team SmackDown? So I want to see has it a team versus team or versus against NXT again. I think. You said. So this Justin Walls turn this out. So I just we want crosses we're so loud of top fans. I think. So we have the Nikki Bella and Natalia and Matthew Dupree are walking at the backstage. So I was making a brief show on their podcast. I watched it every day pretty much. For last night and today too. So we're wrapping up right here right now. So have a great Monday. Have a rest of the week. And we might see you guys on Wednesday for AJ Dynamite. And so much more. So have a great Monday. I'll see you guys Wednesday for AJ Dynamite. And so much more. So I will keep you guys up any more news. I will keep an eye out for you guys. Just eat. So and don't forget like and subscribe the channel. And by next time, peace.